boy, mind warning me before you flash my eyes with the lights?
Firecracker, just get out of my lab. You know very well you're not supposed to be in here.
I wouldn't have spent so long in here if you just put labels on the stuff you make.
What's her problem? I never understand why she is always so angry. I would ask her, but she hates me too much to give me the actual answer. Anyway, got this new thing for you. I call it the Chance Maker. Would have named it after you, but you know. How it works is that you'll say something, flip it, and if it lands on hit, it happens. What happens if it lands on tails? Based on how the other prototypes have worked, it's likely to explode. But you have some really good luck, so I don't think that will ever happen. Now, if you've seen Pineberry, I made something for him too. I think he's still sleeping. Yeah, he's not much for an early bird. Well, guess I'll have to go wake him then. Leave it to Techno to make every single coffee cup look exactly like the guy. Kinda miss him. He's one of the few guys from that family that doesn't have an over-the-top person. Yeah, I'm staying in today. Oh my god.
I'm Chat Bubble.
Yeah, man. Quit. Wait, I actually want. Alright, no. That's probably just Bamboo punching the ground or something, though. I don't think he's that strong. Get flying? But I don't think ProRes would just fly through the walls. Hey, Pineberry, come check this out. Found this crash here. Seeing that there's a hole in your wall, I'm guessing you have some info about this. Yeah, I think I do. Can we actually get everyone? Yeah, I can go, round up everybody. Alright, before any of you ask why is there a crater behind you? Cupcake, I was just about to explain all of this. Why else do you think I brought you all here? Anyway, this crater probably is from the ruckus I heard when I exited my room this morning, and it's probably linked to the strange figure I saw fly through the building. What building? The building we are literally standing next to. You idiot, you're actually such a moron. Hey, cut it out, Pineberry. You would know better than almost anyone that Cupcake is forgetful. I would know? I barely even know the guy. You guys are on the same team in both Season 1 and 3, and you guys had the whole rivalry thing. We were on the same team and had that one interaction, yet all I know about you is that you're just Diary if she was a guy. Diary? Our kindness comes from completely different ideals. I think that goes to show that despite the fact we're all stuck in the same spot, none of us actually know each other.
Hey, guys, please don't fight. I've actually got a solution to this nobody knows each other problem. You see, I recently watched a show called I, and they had a thing where, essentially, everyone chooses a word to describe themselves. People are paired and start chatting. The goal is to express what your word is without actually saying it. After some time, everyone shifts who they're talking to. In the end, everyone will try to guess what each other's words are. Whoever can get the most people to not only get your word right, but also get the most people's words right, wins a prize.
You know, that's not a bad idea. I'm down, but we need to get back on track here. This all started because I want to talk about this crater I found. Who caused this? Well, Pineberry, I think you're about to get your answer. Bruh. Yeah, one more crash and I'm done. I need to escape though. If it isn't Elytra, the one who murdered me. Got to go.
Snatch.
No. You are not escaping me. You really think You can just murk me, take away my chance for a wish for anything, and just not face some kind of punishment. You have no idea as what I've been through. I have been here for what's felt like an eternity. I have been trying to escape, and every time I break more and more. Look how broken I am. One more bad crash, and it's over. Oh, don't worry, Elytra. I'm about to make your pain stop. Absolutely not, Ink. You are not killing him. I'll smash you into pieces if that's what you want, Root Beer. I am not gonna let you stand in my way from taking out this murderer. You think he just killed you for no reason? What if he did it for a justifiable reason? A justifiable reason for murder? In what scenario is murder justifiable? There are many situations where murder is morally justifiable. I mean, you barely know the guy. You don't know the full extent as to why he killed you.
This is where my idea comes in again. Maybe we could stop Ink from murdering Elytra if the two get to know each other? Here, everybody, please take a slip of paper and a pen and write down a word that best describes you. On each of the slips, I also put a number between 1 and 16. That's your number. Underneath that number is the person you will go to when the timer ends. The numbers after that one correspond with the next person you will go to, and so on. Remember, everybody, make sure you listen to the other person to figure out their word, and also make sure you portray your word clearly, as whoever does the best in both categories will get a prize or something. Now, everybody, go to the person with the first number that's under your number. Once everyone is with their partner, we will start the timer.
Well, seems no introducing me is needed here. True. What we've got to do is figure out what each other's words are. Mine's pretty simple. I think you'll get it. Ah, I know exactly what you mean. Apparently people think we have the same personality, but that feels hard to believe. How exactly are you nice to people?
I'm simply just nice to everyone, no matter who they are. I understand some people come from bad backgrounds and that I shouldn't treat them differently because of how they may act because of it.
Ah, so how we are kind to others is a bit different. You see, I see mine as you get what you deserve kind of thing. I'm nice to everybody, but those who have been proven to do bad don't get the same kind of treatment. In a sense, I'm giving them what they deserve. I do realize, though, that maybe I could learn from your mindset that those who act bad mostly come from bad backgrounds out of their control.
Maybe I could also learn something about your justice thing with those that maybe shouldn't get the same treatment.
Strange. Despite the time we spent in the pit, I don't think I've ever directly spoken to you.
Well, we've never really had anything to talk about as we're very different people.
Well, for my word, I've realized nobody really thinks of me when they think of me. They think about how I relate to Ruler.
Well, for my word, it's about how I feel when it comes to nearly everybody here. You're actually one of the few people here I don't hate, but that's only because I barely know you.
Wow, thanks, Firecracker. That means a lot more than it would coming from anybody else.
Yeah, I think something's wrong with me.
Alright, Xisty, this guy doesn't know you. You need to make a good first impression. You, weren't supposed to hear that. There's like nobody like you around here. Yeah. Everybody here just thinks I'm an egotistical idiot. Man, that must suck. Be happy you haven't ended up like me. Every night I sleep, I get these nightmares of that green guy performing his test on me. Are you referring to Techno? You get them too? No. He, hosted the season I was in, and he got killed by Pineberry near the end of the 3rd season. Wait, Techno Botanica is dead? No, that's not possible. Even if you think you've killed him, he's not actually gone. Oh, well, he seems pretty dead. It's been like over a month now since he died, and he hasn't come back. Just be on the lookout, man. This is your warning. Say, what makes you think so highly of everybody? I don't know. I just naturally assume everyone's awesome. Really? Wouldn't you agree that all these friends here are so awesome? Sure, I'm actually surprised your word isn't awesome. That would be the obvious choice, but nah, I chose a word that describes me, not what I think of others. Well, for my word, and this is the hint I'm giving everyone, simply look at the flowers and I think you'll figure it out. Wow, I bet the word you chose is awesome. Not actually the word awesome, but you get what I mean. Sorry for being rude back in season 2 about your guys' genders. It's okay. Thank you for apologizing, though. To, clarify, Perez is the sis, and I'm, the bro. I don't quite, understand why everyone seems to know you guys somewhat personally. Are you guys famous or something? You don't, know the most famous director and, most famous actor of all time? I just like listening to music. I don't ever watch movies or stuff like that. That's nice. Pretty much everybody here just recognizes us as those movie stars. Doesn't treat us like we were one of them. I guess I should start for apologizing for killing you back in season 1 during the balance beam thing. You don't have to apologize for that. You didn't even kill me, so I don't care. You survived that? I mean, look at me. I've survived a lot. Actually, I don't think I've died a single time during any of these seasons. Well, let's talk about what our words are. I'd assume your words sound like rectangle, numbers, measure. You're getting close. So you say you're pretty lucky. You could say that. How exactly? Oh, that's right. You don't know about my phasing thing. Well, I've got this cool thing where I can just phase through anything trying to hurt me. Not only that, but things are just usually in my favor. I assume you're trying to not use your word right now. Yeah. Say, what's your word? It is related to the damage I've received, mentally and physically, over the 3 seasons. You'll probably be able to guess what it is when we see what all the words are. Oh right, isn't this the last conversation before they get revealed?
It sure is. Now, let's see the results. On this board, I put everybody's word. Let's go through these one by one to see who best expressed what their word was. Some guy and Perez had an almost perfect score with 14 people guessing their word duo correctly. One person didn't guess their word correctly.
I thought he was referring to black and white cookie.
Blanco and Noir aren't even here?
I just missed the days of Team Pizza Pop.
Kind and inclusive are somewhat similar words that could have potentially referred to me, root beer, or even awesome sauce. My word was kind, and it got 10 guesses, and awesome sauce chose his word as inclusive, which got 7 guesses. As for root beer's word, it was justice, which 12 got right. For some of the least guessed, we have beetle. That was Elijah's word that only Jade was able to guess correctly.
Come on, guys. Beatles have Elijah. That's why he had the word.
Many didn't understand Pineberry's reference, with just 4 guessing his word, Monokuma. Bamboo and Ruler, with their words being peak and math, respectively both got 8 correct guesses. Buddy could have referred to either ink or ice cream, but Ink's word, hand, got 9 guesses, and so Buddy was ice creams and got 7 correct guesses. Only the people who competed in Season 2 got Xyzzy's word being dynasty, meaning he got 10 correct guesses. Lax and Lucky were mostly obvious words. I got cupcake and 9 guesses. There was only really one person who could have put rage, and yet Firecracker only got 5 correct guesses. For our final 2 words, blossom and scratches, one got a very low score, and the other actually got a perfect score. For the one that got just 2 guesses, it was Bunson's word, scratches, that just me and somehow Cupcake got right. Now, here's the question. Who had the word that got a perfect score? Well, it was none other than Jade.
I told people to look at the flowers, and so, when they saw blossom, they just had to assume that's what it meant. So, what's the prize?
Oh, well, we still have to factor how good everybody was at guessing everyone else's words. The person who did the best with both getting people to get their word and figuring out what other people's words are was root beer.
Wow, really?
Yes, and for the prize, epic snack.
What is this? With the thing being over, does it mean I can kill Elytra now?
Wait a minute, why haven't you flown away? Don't you have those fireworks?
I used my last to do that, but he yanked me back down. Perfect. Then that means you won't be able to run. What is your obsession with killing this guy? What? You want a murderer we barely know to just roam this place? I'm a murderer you barely know that's roaming this place. Has nobody ever told you about the time I used somebody as fish bait? Or the time I killed everybody in an explosion? I'm taking Elytra here to the lab to fix him up and restock him with fireworks.
That's such a waste, though. He's just gonna fly and crash himself to death again.
I stand firm with my decision. Sisty, I also want you to come along. Wait, what? You wanted to see me? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you while I was fixing up Elytra. You see, from the stands, I saw that whole thing with Casanova play out, and kinda reminded me of myself back in season 1. You see, you keep putting yourself in high standards when talking about yourself, even when it's probably not true, making people not want to listen. I mean, I actually do come from the Existy dynasty, and so I just naturally have so much to talk about. However, nobody seems to be willing to accept that as fact, though, and just assume I'm not actually royalty. What's worse is that after the events of season 2 and 3, now everybody would just think of me as that annoying egotist. That's what you've got to do then, Existy. You've got to convince them otherwise by showing them you've changed. When you conversate, you've got to focus more on what they're saying instead of what you plan to say next, okay? You really think it's possible for me to get people to like me? I believe in you so much, Existy, that I'm actually going to give you my shard of Pastel's power orb. Pineberry skipped giving one to you, but I believe you still deserve one. What makes you so sure of me? I mean, hey, I changed for the better, so I know it's at least possible. It's just so annoying. I thought Jade was the smart one, and yet he's wasting resources repairing that smuck. Yeah, I don't get it. Elytra's trying to escape the domain, but I don't think that is actually possible. After he uses all his rockets, it's not like he'll start flying. He'll start falling and then he'll shatter himself on the ground. Wait, you're telling me he's got wings but can't fly? Yeah, he's like a chicken, or a flightless bird, like that one song. That dumb idiot. Ink, bamboo, meet the new and improved Elytra. Not only did I repair him, but I also decked him out with a nearly indestructible protection layer and installed these things on his feet to where he could activate fireworks just by using his mind. Really? Not only did you fix him, but you actually upgraded him? You really wasted all this expensive stuff on this useless idiot. Back off. Thank you again, Jade, for the upgrade, but I reckon it's my time to go. Well, Elytra, if your plan doesn't work out, just remember at least some of us will be willing to let you back into the community. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You think he's gonna make it? Yeah, I've got high hopes that he will. So, what do you do? Well, I can speak. You speak? Yeah, that is what I just said. But, like, why? Look at the world you're living in. Me being alive isn't that strange. Yeah, I guess that is true. Well, what else do you do? There are many things I could do, including filing your taxes. But I don't have any taxes. Oh, well, there's probably something I can be helpful with. Well, alright. I guess I'll keep you around then. Nice. Why can't I move? What's happening? Ugh. Huh? Am I really back on Earth? Sir, are you lost? Yes, I think maybe my apartment was around here. It was a red building, similar to these ones behind me. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that building got torn down 1 or 2 years back after the last occupant mysteriously disappeared. The place I used to live at has been torn down? Yeah, I guess so. Hopefully this information was helpful. I have no place to call home now. What do we do? Wait a minute. I had a job before all this. Maybe I can work there again. Loaf, I'm back. Elytra? Where have you been? It's been 5 years. Oh, you know those witness protection things? Yeah. I was a part of one of those, but I just blew over. I'm able to return back to my original life. So, is it alright if I get my original job back? Well, business has been getting better recently, so probably should have more people, so yeah, sure. Yay, I got my job back. Yeah, get back there and start making some apple fritters. They've been selling a lot recently. Right away, Mr. Loaf. Is that really the same Elytra I used to know? I guess the new life he had really changed the guy.